Me and Raven had a road trip planned today, and we executed it in fashion. So it all started last night. Raven, obviously, he came back into town to, he's staying to get his vehicle wrapped.
Still not fixed.
Yeah. Well, the vehicle's fixed. The wrap's not done.
Okay.
Yeah,
Van's
so
not
they're doing the wrap. So he's staying until then. So last night, he told me that he needed to return the rental vehicle today. And it's like, of course, way down in Houston. So whatever, I'm kind of like, oh, well, maybe we can go play a cool course. And first thing he says is snooze. We have to do snooze early in the morning, So we go to snooze at 7:45 in the morning. We eat there, meet Lance. We eat, and Lance has to go to work because he's got a lot of stuff to do.
Sure.
And then he's off for the rest of the week.
That's dope.
So Lance was busy today, but we convinced him to go to snooze. And then we convinced him to go play River Grove with us.
Is this going to get dude fired?
Oh, no. Hopefully not.
Yeah.
He's a lawyer.
It's fine. There you go.
He'll figure it out. They don't know when we film this.
Sure.
Yeah. Actually, that I kind of gave away a timeline.
That's fine.
It's all good. They're not going to watch this. If they do, a different Lance. So anyway, we convinced Lance to push his meetings till later and go play with us at River Grove. So the reason we picked River Grove is because we ran Texas States this weekend, and we TD'd Northside Christian Church, and then we finished a Sunday at River Grove, and it was so beautiful. And not only that was it super cleaned up, but they added 3 bonus holes. They only got to play 1 in the tournament, but I saw those other 2 bonus holes, and they are beautiful. Yeah, so we had to go, and I took Raven because it's probably going to be one of our last rounds playing before he actually leaves.
Sure.
So yeah, me and Raven convinced Lance to go, and boy, are we glad he did, because on hole 14, I threw my teal bullet.
Sure.
Right after Raven parked his, I threw my teal bullet, parked it. It was no, seriously, it was perfect. I'll tell you the ending later though, but it was perfect, right? It was probably like 10 feet away. And then Lance was the last on the box as he had just double bogeyed. And
Sure.
we were even going into this. Me and Lance were battling each other. He's pretty good. Lance is really good.
I bet.
And so I park it, and then Lance throws, and halfway down the fairway, Raven's like, oh, that's in. That's in. That's in. That's in. Yeah, that's in. And it just smashes the chains. It was perfectly, like, just such a pure shot.
Let's go.
Lance hits it. His birthday was not too long ago. So it was like last week.
The universe just came together for that moment.
So we'll just say Lance's birthday lucky ace.
There you go. And with that, probably the lucky ace stand bullet. Available at luckyaces.com.
Oh, yeah. So we also had this. Well, you know what? Hold on. I'll talk about that later.
Okay, do you?
I'll talk about that later because I might want to bring somebody on to talk about that.
That'd be pretty good.
You know what? I'm going to text him right now.
The horse's mouth, if you will.
I'm connected.
All right, go for it. Yeah, your volume's up. Go for it.
I'm just going to see if he's ready because it's kind of a...
Minorly impromptu. We're kind of throwing this episode together.
Oh, yeah. This is the best ones.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
From the hip.
These are the best ones.
They're pure. But yeah, no. So it was... I'm glad Lance got his ace.
Yeah,
he's good.
So,
he's always there he's doing the shouting anytime anyone else does something great.
Oh.
So it's nice for him to be on the cheering end.
Yeah, so part of that, TD and River Grove, Lance actually showed up and was announcing players.
That's dope.
And he started a little bit later in the day, so he got like the MA 50, MA 65, MA 70, and MP 70.
There are people 70 years old playing disc golf.
Dude,
let's go.
I kid you not. Those were my favorite groups to send off each day.
That's got to be cool.
Well, we got them for 2 days. So we got them at Northside Christian on Friday, and then we got them at River Grove on Sunday.
Okay.
And I have a video, which
we can play it in the thing.
I'll play it for you. I can play it right now, right?
Yeah, just play it right now, and then they'll also see it.
Yeah, and then so this is what Lance was doing for these guys who absolutely loved it. Excuse me. Hold on. Went the wrong way. Jeez, I got a lot of pictures.
Dude, me too.
I got the Lance pictures. I should send that to you too.
Okay.
Okay, so this is Lance sending off our old guys. Oh, I can't hear.
Shooting a +4 from Houston, Texas, Fred Needham!
Let's go.
He's loud.
Yeah, you're darn right he's loud. That's what he gets paid for. He's the
Next
bring that
on the
energy.
bus for a 130 tee time from Beaumont, Texas, shooting a +3. Give it up for Mark Thompson!
Just wish you brought that energy for the intro for this show. But yeah, that's awesome.
I know. So that's why we got him out here to try to do the intro for our show, but he can never do it. I think the camera shy.
We just have to be sneaky with it. Next time he's out there announcing for real players, we should just, while he's riding that high, that energy, get him to be like, and the Lucky Ace podcast.
Yeah.
Get that kind of energy.
Dude,
We'll
that's
get there.
why the first time he was like, let's go. And we're like, we're inside.
You're better than that, man. Come on.
Yeah. We've already heard that. So, but no, Lance did such a phenomenal job. Debbie also came up for the weekend.
Awesome.
So Debbie was actually helping us vend both Northside Christian, the Players Party, and at River Grove.
Dude, she stayed busy.
Yeah, but we had her set up. We had her all set up. She had the live coverage going on at the tent.
That's awesome.
So her and Jason, Jason was helping me TD the event. So there's a lot that goes into that. And Jason was like showing up each day early, running out those signs. And I was like, dude, there's a golf cart right there. Like, why are you running?
No time. Just
He's like,
booking.
I got somebody helping me. Somebody from the church, I guess, was helping or something like that. And, he got it all, set up. I have to shout out our team.
Go for it.
Because Brian Trahan, I know everybody saw him chilling, watching all the pros play this weekend. But the reason for that was because I got him those tickets was because, he worked his butt off. And if you saw Northside Christian, the way it was flagged and painted, even the retention pond holes, like he had a whole, the rule sheet, he had everything down. I showed up on Wednesday and I was ready to like work. You know what I'm saying? I think I talked about this on the last pod, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's fine.
But I just want to give him more credit because I did show up ready to work and I noticed that all of it was already done. And I asked him, I was like, so what do we need to do today? He's like, I just got to spray this. I just really wanted to play with you. And I was like,
test it, man.
I was like, yeah, well, let's play. This is the
awesome.
best type of work, right? So I just got to show up in TD.
That's got to be awesome.
I just got to show up in TD, which was super relaxed. It being an A tier, like I was stressed out, but man, I was like, you know what? We've done this plenty of times before. We've done our own, big tournaments, and let's just handle this professionally. And a little bit of help from Jamie. We got a little power scooter. So
how'd you do on that?
I did really good.
Is that something you think you're going to adopt into your everyday?
I can tell you this. It has been in my cart at least 6 times since.
Let's go.
It's been sitting in my Amazon cart and then my Best Buy cart. And then I'm like, oh, but I could pick this up now at Best Buy. And I'm like, no, because I need something more like off-road for the scooter.
Get a little one wheel going?
I'm so terrified of those. My balance is not good. Like I can ride a skateboard, but those are different. And I've seen these guys and they basically better than they walk. They're just like,
yeah.
Jay Fortner, right? Have you met Jay Fortner?
Yes, I've seen him, I think, a few times. He's one wheel guy to me. That's all I know.
Yeah, big supporter of Lucky Ace. He during the summer, Jay, he's an AC guy, and he donates his tent, and he also donates like cold waters for everybody on the course on the flexes. It's something that's hard to keep up with, but he does that for us.
That's awesome.
But anyways, Jay Fortner, he's a good guy, and I got lost.
No, you're talking about with Northside though. It's really weird or awesome though to be familiar with or minorly familiar with the course and then seeing it get the like tournament package done to it, where it's like, wow, this is what it looks like on TV, but this is like our course,
which is the same reason we went to go play River Grove. You know what I mean? Like these are the courses that we're used to, but now they're at like their prettiest. They got their haircuts. They're all faded up and ready to go. Like they are prom night.
And then watch the pros do it. You're like, oh, that's how you're supposed to be playing this course that I see all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never hit it that well before.
Yeah, so big shout out to Griff. Every time I saw Griff, he's like this. Like, yeah, talking, like, doing everything,
running
and
logistics,
like,
man.
Yeah, I mean, hats off to him, because I know how hard it is to run an event, and I've seen Griff run amazing events before, but this time on the Pro Tour level, not only taking on the Pro Tour, but also taking on a big A tier, because the way it works is like you have your Disc Golf Pro Tour event, and then you have an A tier event that's on the same days.
Okay.
So they're technically not like, on the same tournament. You know what I'm saying?
I think so. That's like the difference, like how MA1 didn't play the same stuff as the MPOs.
I think they did, actually. I think they played one course or one round on the course.
They played a different course on that course. They played the same course the FPOs did.
Okay, so they played the original Brock. That's right. I forgot. Yeah. So anyways, like it's a totally different tournament. You're in, the Disc Golf Pro Tour and then the A tier. So Griff's running both at the same time, essentially, which is why he had clubs like us come in and or business. But like there was all the other clubs that were involved that were running, like Cypress was running TAT. We were running Northside Christian and River Grove. They even had they had like a ton of people out there. I'm drawing a blank here, but I know Torrin was out there TDing too.
Yeah, there was a lot. I didn't realize there was that many courses in
Houston
that area.
Disc Golf is like, I mean, Steve Stanley, he's a mastermind. He's the one that, I don't know if I want to give up, because I've been told so much things that he's really high up there. So he's basically the one that, like, will make Texas States happen.
That's awesome.
So he had probably the biggest part on bringing it, and then Griff and him, putting together the event. We were just like there, just happy to be a part of the event and vend at our course where we were at, and TD, and just make it a great experience, because I think that's the best thing about TD in an event, is to making sure that the players get the best experience. And Griff taking care of that players pack. I don't know if you saw the players pack.
I saw some of them. They were dope.
Man, you showed up, you got your players pack, and you already, you're already getting more than what you put into the event.
The umbrellas really came into play on that weekend.
Welcome to Houston, right?
Right,
I mean,
exactly.
I think he kind of knew, like, it could be, but it might not be. And it was Friday, rained a little bit, not too bad. But then Saturday, I mean, hot, beautiful, clear days, sunny, beautiful. And then Sunday, right back to the rain.
Right into the rain.
It was insane, but it was a great event.
Yeah,
I think it ran. I didn't hear anything, and usually you hear stuff.
Sure.
I've been privileged to get like the inside scoop a lot. Maybe like we call the T.
Let's go.
And usually, like, you hear a lot of problems with, the course, the amenities, like all the stuff for the players, because hey, they pay a tour card. And that's not cheap. Like, and that's the players paying to play all the events and to make sure that the Pro Tour is setting up all good, like, restrooms, showers,
sure,
places for them to be, players parking and spectator parking, which, like, at some events can get like smushed together, and like it's it's cool for the fans, but like, there needs to be privacy for
there really does.
And I'm not picking any event. I'm just saying, like, this happens at events. Like, I'm not picking one out. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of money goes into these things.
I'm learning that. This is my second proper PDGA event of really any kind at all. And I mean, I have very little to compare it to, but I thought this was just as cool and fancy and stuff as, the Open at Austin, and even the stuff I saw from Waco on TV and stuff, like all that stuff. Like this, it feels like weird because it's more personal for us, because these are courses that we see fairly frequent and stuff. And it's especially to have like on the players pack, Darren, one of the MA1 players, opened it up. There was Ace on the umbrella.
Ace. Yeah.
Like, that's so cool. Like, this was a really cool event. I think all the players were happy. Everyone was having fun. Like,
everyone was having a great time. Yeah. Everyone's having fun. And that all goes into the planning, and Griff being the mastermind that he is, and putting the right people in place, and
Good on you,
Steve
man.
Stanley, all those dudes, man. Houston disc golf is so big for this area. Like they come through when it comes to these events. So
for sure.
Shout out to them. Shout out to the the 28th Texas disc golf. You know, we have an alumni of that.
Do we really?
If you must, is that what you call it? If they've won before?
I mean, alumni is usually like you graduated from that school. I'll count it. Sure.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Right? So 2018, our guy AP battled it out with Paul Gilberry on Jomez. You can check it out on Jomez, and took him down in the. Those was the last hole. You played Spring Valley, right?
Yes.
Yeah, last hole. Power 9 is what we would call it.
Sure.
You know, up a big shot that goes up that hill, and then the basket's like, and it's very easy to just roll away.
Absolutely.
Especially your putt. That's the dangerous part. Like getting there, you hit the hill and then you go up a little bit and you're fine. But putting and missing that putt can be deadly.
Yeah, I'm a cowardice putter, so I've never hit that well.
So AP placed it just close enough for Yuli to have to like force it basically. And
smart play.
Barely missed, and AP canned the putt for the win.
That's our boy. Good job, AP.
Yeah. So I wanted to have him on. But he's so busy now. He runs the family business, the Perkins Carpet.
Good on you, AP.
Yeah, so he kind of took over that role that his dad had, and he's just like hasn't stopped. He just hit the ground running and has not stopped. In fact, if you haven't seen AP at these local events, it's because he's now doing this. He approached me actually before the year started and was like, dude, like, I want to be a part of the team, but I don't want anything because I'm not going to be able to play at all.
Fair.
And I mean, I was like, yeah, but you're always going to be a part of the team. You know what I mean? Like, I can't just like not have you on the team.
Dude works hard. I see all the putting events we have over the P2 on Thursdays. He has his own putting. He stays busy.
AP does,
all the time.
If y'all haven't, it's at Spring Valley on Thursdays. AP runs his putting league. And there's a part 2 event at Spring Valley that Andy has going on. And then after that, you can do the AP's putting league, which is really fun.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it's like 8 different stations. Each is like 5 feet further and further and further. So you play one round and then you go backwards on your second.
It's cool. And they have the cool lights and stuff set up.
For good cash.
People are gunning for it too. I know Raven got hype when he got down here because he was gunning for that bounty.
I don't think he got it though.
It's hard. Tough. I think he missed it by a little bit, but it's hard to get, and that's why it's such a high. It's so high right now. You know, that's awesome. AP, he's a good dude. I'll tease a little bit. We shot a really cool video with Raven and AP that should be out. I'm going to say within the next probably month. I'm really going to try to hammer to get it done. It's a fun, it's a fun novelty.
I saw a clip from it.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
It's really cool. And everyone around it was freaking out. And it just shows
that AP's played that course way too much.
For sure.
Well, I'm not getting a text back.
No.
All right. I send him a little hedgehog emoji that usually gets his attention.
Oh, yeah, because he calls you a hedgehog, right?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know. Mason's he's got some.
He's
funny
an
little
interesting
quirks.
fella.
I like him a lot. He is and I hope that he takes this as a compliment. He's a dork. He's a fun, sincere, good-hearted dork, and I like that.
Yeah,
he's comfortable in his own skin. And he's a dorky guy.
Oh yeah.
And I think he'd embrace that too. He just says like he was talking about his
dad joke.
Yeah, dad jokes. He just says words weird for. He thinks it's funny, like, oh yeah, throw my new bullets or my. You
want me to tell you a story of Mason and his awesome humor on the course?
Let's go.
It was the island hole at the Open at Austin.
Okay.
And there's at the Pro Tour, there are like some big sponsors get like this cool like big old frame or whatever of their stuff, and it's like a falafel place.
Yeah, I remember the exact one you're talking about. Yeah.
So it's sponsored by that, and it's a big ol'. And Mason was playing with. I remember it was Bradley Williams.
Okay.
And he goes, "I'm gonna hit Brad with the joke," and I already know the joke, but I'm gonna tell you in a second. And I was like, "No, you won't, dude." He's like, "Oh yeah, I will. I'm just gonna wait till you finish putting out." So. Sure enough, I'm there and I'm watching them put out, and then I see I'm walking up to them and I see Mason talking to Bradley, and I just see Bradley's reaction, like just pause for a second, and then he just kind of like shaking his head. But Mason goes, "Hey, here's the joke." He goes, "Hey, so he's like, you know how I feel about that shot? Falafel." So bad.
That's the best though. The confidence and the courage to be like, this is a bad joke.
Yeah,
I'm going to say this joke.
So bad, and he owns it, and he does so well at it. So when
That
I got
seems
up
like
there
him.
and I see Brad's reaction, I just go up to Brad real quietly, and I was like, "He hit you with the falafel joke." And he looks at me, he's like, "He did." And he's been holding on to that one. I can tell. And I was
That's
like,
the best.
I was like, he definitely has, man.
Dude, I like Mason. He's funny in a way that there like moments like that where it's intentional, but during his event in Austin, I was with Lance and we were covering following him his card, and Lance was going just Mason just any chance he can get, and then every time there'd just be silence followed by the softest thank you from Mason as he's walking to the next hole.
Thank you.
Like, that's the best. You don't
Thank
you don't
you.
see that from the other players
Thank you.
thanking their crowd individually. Thank you. Thank you.
No, he interacts with the fans.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I've seen anybody go up to Mason for like an autograph and like, hey, do you mind? And of course not. I'd love to, and he does. He enjoys it. And I've had these conversations with like him and Val, because Val, like, she's just like, I don't know why people want my autograph. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't know why?
Because you're a world-class athlete?
You're a badass. Like, and she's like, I don't know. I just think like I'm not like I don't see myself there yet. And I mean that's the I guess that's the mentality of a champion.
Sure.
There's always pushing for more. But yeah, and I told her, I was like, no, y'all are special.
Legit.
You're special. People, like, you have a lot of fans that I guess you just don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
I do. You know what I mean? Like I was a fan. I still am. You know what I mean? Like, a huge fan, but like, yeah, they get stopped everywhere, and they're constantly getting their
we got a response.
They're constantly like showing love to their fans, and I think that's the dopest thing. Like, because in this sport, our pros are they're easily accessible.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's not like the NBA where you can't. Like,
you got dudes putting their hand on your chest like,
You have to buy like a $300 ticket and then hope to touch their head as they're walking by the locker room.
Yeah, this one you're just bumping into them going to the bathroom.
You can walk right into them, at the Fly Mart too. Mm-hmm. Like, it's really cool. So,
if you shop at the Lucky Ace banner, you can straight up give your credit card to Mason. He'll swipe it, take a picture with you.
Yeah, he will. And and the cool thing is that like when they're there, this is what I explained to him. I'm like, look, I know y'all are popular because like when y'all are behind here during the Fly Marts, which is they do for us, like our sales are like 5-6 times more. Seriously, I'm not even lying. Like,
I 100% believe it. When they were there, I took a video of it. I'll put it up. There's just a massive crowd there. To get Mason's disc, they wanted that new bullet, and then they just wanted to get a picture with the three of them, with Mason, Val, and Alexis.
So let's talk about the bullet. That's perfect because I wanted to talk to Mason about that. All right, we're back with Mason Ford with Team Lucky Ace and Mint Discs. How's it going, mijo?
Good, going good. Hope you guys are having a good night.
Yeah, we are. We
work.
We had our interview canceled on us because we were late though, so I don't want to throw them under the bus or anything like that. We were late. I got here and I forgot the keys because like I switched everything to my truck keys. Remember my truck? So I hadn't switched anything back. So I show up already just a little late, and then I forgot the keys. Sounds like what?
Typical Jay to me.
Oh wow. We're not going to start this. All right. What we really wanted you to come on here for, the real reason I wanted to talk to you tonight on the pod is because I wanted to kind of go over the buzz that we had on your first tour series, right? The Diamondback was just a variant, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yep. The Bullet, the Apex Swirl, and the stock Apex is my signature series for the year.
So if you haven't already, which I'm sure you have because they sold out like crazy, we also had our own little Lucky Ace variant with Mason Ford.
Yeah, the few of the proud.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks good. That's a great stamp.
There you go.
Yeah,
so you can see it at home.
Mm-hmm, beautiful. Look at that. Ace riding a nondescript bullet.
So I can tell you that this was like the first time that in at least the Lucky Ace history where I've ever seen a disc just sell out within like 12 hours. And we got 200 of them. So I just wanted to kind of talk with you on like how it felt, because you were also there at the players' party helping us sell the disc. Like, yeah. So how it felt for us to just kind of show up and sell out so quickly with your first Tour Series stamp with Mint.
It felt amazing, honestly, to feel all the support from all the Mint fans and all the non-Mint fans that have kind of followed my career around. It really just feels amazing to have somebody want something that has my name on it and want to support me in such a way like, all the fans have. It brings me confidence in knowing what I'm doing for my career.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I remember when we talked about Mint, I told you, I was like, you just wait for these Mint heads. You just wait. They're crazy, man. They'll be like, man, I have like 10 of these bullets already, but there's a new variant.
Dude.
All right, I'll get 2 more.
If you haven't been on the disc golf subreddit, people are already collecting this stuff like Pokemon cards. They're like, I want to get this one too. Like, all I need is this variant, and then I have all of them. Yeah. Dude.
Right?
That's some loyal fans.
Yeah, those Mint heads are crazy, man. And I'm so happy how they've embraced Mason, because, Mint made a big move signing you. I think it's obviously the biggest move they've ever made, and I think they made a solid choice.
I think they did too.
No, but it was cool, man. So the Open at Austin is where we released him. Mason saw his disc just fly. I mean, we showed up late. We were the last ones there, and we were the first ones to leave because we completely sold right before the light came, and we didn't have our lights. So we made plenty of money for that night, and then for the rest of the fans out there, Debbie put them online, and then boom, gone. We had none left.
Yeah, good luck, everyone. Still trying to, if you haven't already gotten it, hop on Lucky Ace or, whatever your local is, and try to grab one, because they're flying. And they're great discs too. Not just the fact that it's a dope stamp. Obviously Mason's a great player and stuff. It's a great disc on some great plastic. And now it looks really, really cool too.
Yeah, I was throwing it today.
Yeah. Does he know about Lance?
Oh, Lance got an ace today.
No way, did he really?
Yeah, man. He peered this line.
Sick. I know I gave him, I think we had a couple of the St. Patrick's Day Clover variants left. Did he hit it with that one?
No, he didn't, unfortunately. It was I don't know what he hit it with, to be honest with you. I have a picture.
I thought it was a bullet. It looked like on the picture y'all took, he fished a bullet out of the...
No way.
I mean, for the sake of the story, it's now a bullet.
It was a bullet.
Well, variant.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted.
What variant was
there
it?
you go.
Yeah, that's the question.
There might have been a shamrock on it. Now that I'm playing it back in my head.
I mean, he peered it, man. It was just air to chain, smashed it.
That's so sick.
Yeah, we had a good time. I do want to talk about one other thing.
What's the other thing?
Mason has this really dope, well-dressed caddy that has been that's been on his bag since, was it Vegas, right?
Yep. Every event.
Doing a bang up job too.
You caddy you didn't caddy Victoria, right?
Did I? No. I just watched. I wasn't ready. I was still learning your bag. It was the beginning.
There you go.
It was the beginning, because Vegas is where it all started.
Yep.
Yeah. And I feel like I've gotten better each event.
For sure. I think the right things to say at the right times, and what I want to hear as a player when I ask you a question, as in like, hey, what do you think I throw, this or this? I think my bag more so now to know which disc I have more confidence in to throw the shot, or which disc may be the right disc or the wrong disc for the shot.
Yeah, and it took trial and error. There was a couple times. Where I picked a disc and he went with it, and
he just slow turned to you, that one. That was the disc, huh?
Yeah, yeah. That's a caddy error.
Your opinion is valued, I will say.
I think you're being nice but I think now that I've really learned your bag, I think now I do understand, because the last round you had in Austin,
that hot one, some would say. Yeah.
I'm not trying to like pat myself on the back or anything like that, but I felt like I handled every situation well. And when you were in your moment, like doing each hole, like I was able to just be like, hey, let's go. You got this. Like, cause I felt like you weren't going to miss anything, you know, in the circle or right outside the circle. I didn't think you were going to miss anything.
You know, the funniest thing, I was looking through my phone videos the other day, and there was this like 15-foot tap in for birdie on one of the holes, and he gave the biggest fist pump. Like I won the World Championships. Yeah, you were so hyped up. You were so excited, and I was like, "Oh, Jay, that's so cute." Just a little 15-footer. I was like,
"Where was this at?"
Right there. It was at the Open at Austin.
Oh, was it? I don't know which one it was.
On like
yeah, I know on hole 18 when you finished that round, and Val laughed at me. She made fun of me. She's like, I've never seen anybody do that.
He just won in Jay's eyes.
He kind of did, because, you know, I didn't tell him at all how he was doing. I know he felt it. You probably felt it, right? That you were doing well.
Honestly, I wasn't even thinking about it. I was just thinking about like the next hole, the next shot, and like just trying to be comfortable and confident.
Yeah. I don't know like what it was, and I told you about this, but hole 17 was such a hard hole for any player to get.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was a forehand off the tee, and you had to place it perfect right around this big tree, and then you're stuck in like, I've never seen such a tight line for an approach shot, and it was a par 4, but still like it was tough, and it was, I'm not gonna say impossible, but like it was really hard to get that first shot to be perfect, because it wasn't a full power shot. It wasn't like, it was a real finesse shot. And the last day, he threw it, and you were a little left, but
so I threw it, but I'm throwing like a flip up instead of an overstable disc. So it flipped up around the corner, and it caught the last tree on the back side of the gap going right,
and it kicked
so it's like, and it kicked it in left, so it kicked it further back and left into the junk. And I remember we were talking about it coming down the stretch, and you're like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I want to go for it. And you're like,
yeah. No, he did.
It was like, he was like, you don't think you just like lay up with like your Bobcat or the gap? And I was like, thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. And then I was like, wait a second, like, I have the same chance of kicking into a bad spot, whether I try to lay up or I try to go for it. And I feel really, really confident in that awkward, like from the knee, kind of straddling out, like forehand on like an Anheuser to get it to like pan out and just ride.
Yeah, you said, I think you even said it too. You were like, I kind of like this shot. Like I like this shot. Yeah,
by far. And you looked at me like, all right.
Yeah, I was excited. Okay, I was like, I know he's like, feeling it. This is a heat check right here.
And yeah, I was thinking the same thing, and I was like, man, if I can birdie this, I was like, that's kind of like coming down the stretch. Kind of got unlucky on the last hole with like a 30-foot skip, but made like a circle's edge putt. So I was like, man, the putt's feeling good. I made 30-footers all day. I was like, if I can just get to a round circle's edge, I was like, that's it. I'm gonna make it.
Money.
Yeah.
And I threw. Honestly, I couldn't have thrown a forehand better. I threw like a flippy alpha. I think it was like a second. Yeah, blue one with a taco stamp.
Yeah.
Shout out to Taco. And it just threw it on that like flat line, and then it turned for me, and I might have got a little kick through the gap to like 20 feet, but hey, we got the job done, right?
I mean, it was going there, like, and
yeah, dude, it looked good.
Yeah, it was so beautiful, and I told Mason, I was like, dude, I don't know what it was, but like when he executed that shot, like I got a little emotional. I did, dude. Like I got a little teary eyed because I was like, oh my gosh, like this round's coming together. Like our journey from Vegas, like until now, like I finally like know his bag. Like I know what he's gonna pull out and decide on each hole. You know what I mean?
That's a huge skill set, man.
Yeah, because at first, you know, I'll be honest with you, man. Like at first, like when you asked me to do it in Vegas, I'm like, cool. this is fun. And then like all of a sudden, like I caddy from the next round and then the next round. And I'm like, okay, like this is fun, but this is work.
You saw the work that goes into it, right?
There's work. Like, yeah, I know you've had some of your friends caddy for you, you know, when they show up, but this was like, all right, Jay, time to work. Like, and he made me work. Like, I won't go into detail, but this guy makes me work, man. And you know, it's what these players go through is tough. You have to be perfect on every shot on every round in order for you to be competitive and to be yeah. What did we say? Like you had to, what was you have to play a certain rated golf just to cash, like last place was like 10. Yeah. What was it?
10-20. 10-20.
You have to average 10-20 golf to get last cash in these events.
That's insane, dude.
To win
so for me, like that just makes those gaps get like a little smaller.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Easy to play when you're doing it for fun, but when you're doing it for like, this is how you keep food on the table. Like that's a whole new level of stress, I guess, of the game that you have to mentally be able to break through. And as a caddy, you being there, I'm sure can help alleviate a lot of that stress too, just by
I know when to joke around with him. I know how to get him like.
Yeah, Jay told us your falafel joke, Mason.
I did. I told him the falafel. I told him the
Brad
falafel.
loved that.
I told him about Brad too.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It was perfect.
But it also helps to like be able to joke around like that in a round and like, airball the 25, 30 foot putt in the wind and made the comeback putt. You know, that's the important thing. But it's also like being able to joke around about it, I feel like it helps a lot.
Yeah, it helps with your mental. The mental game is one of the biggest.
Before we get out of here, we got a few minutes left. Did you want to plug this again? Because we have a signed Mason Ford Diamondback that Obi-Wan has won.
Oh yeah, we don't know how to get claimed it.
We don't know how to get in contact with him.
No.
Yeah, look, we still have it here. The one that you signed.
So we're gonna give away that.
So Mason, tell him, dude. Obi-Wan, what's going on, man? Like,
message us.
Where are you at?
Hit us up on Instagram or email.
I'll take it.
I don't know.
Give me a shipping address.
Maybe we'll have to do another giveaway soon.
Yeah.
Well, if he doesn't claim it, we'll give it to someone else. I'm sure.
I don't know.
You know, it kind of matches like my little get up because I like that strawberry lemonade.
Oh, that looks so good.
Yeah, it's perfect. Who are you looking at?
Val's giving me the stink eye.
Hi, Val.
She's gonna have the little bit of hater in her.
Yeah. She thinks I'm gonna say it. That's what it is. Say it live.
She said, "What were you gonna say?"
I can't.
No,
I won't do it to her because then you'll get hit with the pillow or something, and then the phone will turn.
The chunko's gonna fly.
Yeah, the chunk. Oh my god.
Yeah, don't get in trouble.
No. Well, man, I appreciate you coming on, man. I know you're busy. I saw all the work y'all put in on the RV. They got brand new floors.
I know, right? Y'all are gonna be driving in style.
Yeah, real cool. They made a new bed, right?
Yeah, we took our couch out and made a whole. Yeah, we literally built a bed.
They have the biggest RV on tour,
as they should. That
Fun
much
fact.
talent gonna stretch out the inside of the
Dang,
RV,
look at that.
man. All that skill.
That much talent. See that?
All that talent wouldn't fit in a little, little minivan. All right, the wheels would get blown out.
I don't know. You better be nice to him. He's rocking your hat.
Who?
Jay.
I am.
How much I paid him to wear the hat?
Dang.
What did she say?
She said, what did you say again?
Ask him how much I paid him to wear the hat.
How much did she pay you to wear the hat?
Oh, please, that's how much he had to pay you to be allowed to wear the hat.
Dang. AJ went on now.
No, AJ, be careful.
Hey, I'm wrong. That's why I'm wearing a Lexus hat.
Oh.
Dude, so I've only met Val like maybe 2 or 3 times, and she has lit everyone up so fast off the cuff. She saw me, said, "Hi, your backpack strap is twisted." And I'm like, oh my God. Check myself in a mirror before I go and say hey to her again.
Oh my God. I won't even get into that. Pull your pants up, Jay.
She keeps people stand straighter when Val walks in.
Oh, you have to. Like, my posture just got a little bit better right now. No, but I appreciate you coming on, man. It's been like a real fun trip being your caddy. for the last couple months. And I'm trying to like plan more trips. I know that AJ just got that media pass too.
I did. Thanks for pointing me in the right direction there. Yeah.
So like,
be seeing me.
Maybe we will hit up more. I know Champions Cup for sure, but
damn, AJ going to Champions Cup.
I think it'd be a good move if he's able to like record and stuff like that. Like I think that's definitely the play.
I'll be able to cover the practice round, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say just hinting at the Lucky Ace TV YouTube, but that would be a pretty sick little mic'd up WR Jackson layout.
Can't make me.
Yeah,
Val said you can't.
Huh?
Val said you can't make her.
What? Do a mic'd up round?
Yeah.
We haven't done one yet, but I think we got one coming up at the ranch.
Woo!
Well, maybe we'll record that soon.
That'd be cool.
The roast J.
The roast J round. Yeah. All right. I see where this is going.
Jay's like, poor me, man. Why do I put up with this?
These are our phone calls. Time Jay tries to hang up, but we just keep going.
Yeah, that is a thing. I'll be like, hey, I'm eating. Val's usually the one that reminds you, but I'll be like, yeah, I'm eating. And then Mason's just like, cool. And then starts talking about whatever it is. Today it was like, what was it? Getting matching. Oh, we were going to get Goku and Vegeta on.
We're doing it.
Yeah?
I got it. Yeah.
So you'll see it. I'll bring it on, but it like, I don't know who's going to get Goku or who's going to get Vegeta. We haven't talked about that.
Please,
yet.
everyone fights for Vegeta. Come on.
But they're going to do the fusion dance, so we're going to put it like next to each other. It's basically BFFs for life.
That is an intimate thing. You don't just do that with anybody.
I made sure to do the Super Saiyan Blue.
Yeah.
There you go.
Have to.
God
so
mode.
it's like opposite. It's not just the regular.
Yeah. Oh, man. We're such nerds.
We're all dorks. That's fine. We wear it on our shirts. We're dorks.
Mason's got these little Goku shorts that he wears to bed.
Let's go. He's a weeb too. I love it.
You haven't seen the slippers yet.
I have not.
Bro, off mic, you and I got to talk more DBZ and stuff. Talk super, because that's my jam too.
I got the socks. I got the chones. I got the shirt.
The chones. It's underwear.
That's good stuff.
He's got everything.
He's a fan. I like it. That fits the brand. We're all
I've seen
dorks
Val
here.
with a matching shirt too.
She does. Val said that she wants the disc dyed with the messed up fusion, the fat one.
The fat one?
I did not.
That's so good.
Oh my god. That's so funny. So how's the married life?
It's amazing.
Yeah, you had to
Ollie asked.
I saw you look and like, it's amazing.
Perfect. It's the best. I'm happiest I've ever been.
Yeah. Alexis asked us, she goes, do you guys feel like anything's changed? I mean, we just feel like we've gotten closer. And that's what we told her. But she was like, huh, interesting.
Interesting.
Like a judgmental way or like a...
That's her thing.
Inquisitive.
Oh, interesting. And then
Interesting.
Yeah, that little side eye.
You got to do the...
Dude, so let me tell you real quick how I embarrassed myself with Alexis. I met her. It was like the second time I said a word to her, and we were at the Fly Mart. We were just hanging out, and I wanted to compliment her on her putting at in hindsight, Tucson in Arizona. I don't know why I said Vegas. I was like, yeah, you did really well in Vegas. She's like, oh, thank you. I'm like, yeah, like your putting was insane. Just complimenting everything about Arizona. Referring to Vegas, and she was so nice. She just like, yeah, and I'm like, I just killed it. I just talked about disc golf because I'm still new to it, but I'm like, I just talked disc golf with a pro player. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah,
and then I played it back. I'm like, I'm a freaking idiot.
No, that was fun. That was at Waco, right?
That was in Austin.
Oh,
Austin.
Okay,
yeah.
Got
to see her and the whole fam, the whole Montano clan.
The whole shebang.
Yeah, y'all are all dope. But yeah, seriously. So tell me a bit about this stamp on this, because people are...
Mason came up with it.
They're all ecstatic. Was that the pitch? You were just like, I have an idea. I want Ace writing a very nondescript bullet.
That's 30% different.
30% different. Really Can't get mad at us.
Yeah, writing Bullet Bill.
I love
But with a little cowboy hat, shooting his little pistols.
So good.
Yeah. For sure. I came up with the idea and Jay was just like, yep, we're doing it. That's what you wanted. We're going with it.
Yeah.
And we're both.
And we got it done within like less than a week. We got it done.
That's awesome.
Shout out to Zach. Zach made it happen.
I love it. That's good. Are there you don't have to tease anything, but are there plans for anything in the same kind of vein in the future?
Yeah.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
I just need a yeah.
Yeah, he has another really good idea. And it has to do with an ace race.
So. Oh, I love it. Let's go.
So maybe we'll do that soon.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Hint, hint.
We'll stay tuned. So what's just real quick before we let you go, what's up next for you?
Next is we are leaving April 3rd to Music City Open.
Ooh.
I guess, am I still the defending champion if I haven't lost there yet?
Removed 1 year. I mean, you haven't lost there yet. I think last year you were getting the wrap done, right?
Yeah, I think we were. I think it wasn't done yet.
And you weren't able to go. So, I remember that.
Yeah. So
for
Music City,
I was like, you got to defend your, yeah. So Mason won that and then wasn't able to go defend his title. So technically he is going back.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he's not like the undisputed whatever term, but he is still reigning, champ. No, he has not lost undisputed. There yet. Let's go.
Yep. So from there, from Music City, we're driving to the Blue Ridge Championships in Marion, North Carolina. And then the Champions Cup the week after. And then we're driving to Jonesboro, Arkansas. And then I think we're back in Texas for Kodo.
Ooh, you're putting some miles on that new RV or the pimped out RV.
Look at that. Part of the hot tour. Shout out to Mint.
That'd be a great time to, stop by, say hey,
Yeah. Yeah, it would. Look.
Val said that's what phones are for.
Oh, wow. All right, you know what? I'm going to let y'all go. I almost said what she hates.
Woo. I don't know if
I won't say it because she'll never come on the pod.
I don't know if all the Lucky Ace and the Mint fans are ready for that much.
No, they're not.
Fair.
They're not ready for that.
Yeah, Val said they're all going to unsubscribe.
Wow. Look, see how she is?
Right.
Oh,
you're right.
All right, y'all. Well, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming on. And for those of y'all that don't already have some, you missed out.
You're gonna have to wait till that ace race.
Wait till the ace race. We got another good idea for that one.
I'm excited.
Yeah. All right, Mijo. I'll see you later, man.
Night, guys.
Hey, bye, Mason. Bye, Val.
Bye,
guys.
Bye.
All right. Make sure you hit stop.
Dude, it wasn't recording.
You better. I'm like, bro, it'll work without it, but it really would be better with it.
Yeah, I know.
But no, that was cool. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Mason back there, and I bet he's gonna do pretty freaking well.
Yeah,
especially coming off how he just performed and.
Yeah, so I didn't even. Man. So it was 1070 rated.
Dude, that's so freaking good.
Yeah,
I think it was a 3-way tie for the hot round on that last day.
Yeah.
He was 10 down.
And Gannon, who won, was the other. And then there was one more, I forgot, but
I don't know. But yeah, he did fantastic.
Yeah. Way to represent Texas.
Represent Tech, hometown hero.
And Mint, like that's like, Austin is their headquarters. So it's like,
Mint country.
Mint, like there was a couple times, where you're look, there go the Mint boys.
That's what I was here. I'm still new. This is some like Grease style like gang wars to me, like West Side Story, where there are people who are like, oh, they're Mint guys. I'm like, oh, okay. And then there are people like, yay, Mint. I'm like, I don't know what these colors are representing to people, but the Mint people are so supportive and so excited. Like people that they just had Mint shirts and hats, just following Mason's card the whole time and ecstatic to see him.
Yeah, it's awesome to see. It was really cool to see it at the Open in Austin because it's Mint country, and they have a horse in the race now. They have Mason Ford, finished tied for 6th. I mean, hey, that's solid. Finishing top 10. Mint's never had that before. They'd never been represented on that level, and I shouldn't say that. They have been represented at level. There are touring pros, but Mason definitely brings like that extra, that young talent that's going to be on the tour for a while. That's kind of shaking up that top 10 every time he plays. I mean, once and you saw a glimpse of it at the Open Austin, the last round, as tough as that course was, he was able to shoot 10 down. He's feeling it. He's understanding his bag.
He's got a caddy there who knows.
Yeah, he got a caddy that knows. He knows what he needs to fill. Like we were talking about, what discs he needs to fill in his bag. And there's been some that have come out, come back in. There's some that I'm just like, hey, where is that white alpha? Like, why is it still in backups? And we need that now, man. So, and shout out to the mint heads, because, Mason gets taken care of. He puts what he needs out there. And if like the factory doesn't have it, like, cause sometimes some of the best runs that the mint heads love because they throw well are like the older runs.
Yeah.
Like, you get like the second run alpha or the first run alpha, and you got a premier disc that, they've already retooled and it's a little different. And, Mason likes the older one and the new Sublime one that they came out with too. But you know what I'm saying? Like he's got 5 different alphas,
dude,
in his bag, and they all do different things too.
I mean, if people that know mint, this is second nature, but people who don't know mint, their serial system needs to be done across the board, like on all discs, frankly.
Oh, you like that?
All business. It's because it makes it simple. You're like, oh, what run? Well, let me flip over my discs. It's the first run. It's the third run. Like that's super helpful to know.
Yeah. Apex Bullet first run, and then 23 is the year.
There you go.
This is the first run Apex Swirl Bullets.
That's why it makes it that much more valuable too. People want that first print.
Yeah, Diamondback 01, 22.
Like that's so helpful to know that they're like, yeah, the first run is, I don't know, more stable or more flippy. Like there's that kind of distinction. It makes it, you can flip it over and just tell. Because I know that there's
Raven Newsome.
Raven's good.
Should we pick up?
Yeah, why not?
Go for it.
How was the pod?
Good, you're on it.
We're wrapping up. Do you want to finish it for us? Tell them to subscribe to Lucky Ace and stuff.
Subscribe to Lucky Ace. I did not realize I was in the middle of a pod.
They didn't hear the first part because that was just business talk, which is boring.
I'm going to have some disc shipping in 6 to 8 weeks, so buy them all.
Yes.
There we go.
There we go. All right, man. I'll see you in a little bit.
All right, brother. I'll catch you later.
All right, later. Look at that, dude. Sometimes my phone just creates a good pod. I have some cool numbers in there, dude.
You've got some really cool numbers in there that we probably can't cash in quite yet, but you've got some pretty cool numbers in there.
Yeah, it's been fun. I love how like we get like we only get like Val's voice in all our videos. Like we just get her voice in the background.
That's what it makes the when she finally does inevitably come on the show that much bigger.
It's funny to like I can't wait, because we did talk about that. Like she's like, I feel like people don't know me yet. And I was like, I know. That's why I'm excited to get you and show people who you really are. Like, and I joke about that, but it's true. Like when they finally get to see how she is, she's super witty. She's a lot of fun, and she's very mature. Like I get blown away every time. We'll get into these, like at least once a trip, me and her get into like a real deep conversation. And then I'm like talking to her as if I'm talking to like
a peer,
somebody,
like same age.
a peer, somebody same age as me. And then I'm like, you're only 23 years old. Like that's so crazy. And also when this comes out, I mean, her birthday's April 2nd.
Oh, well.
So she'll be 24. Happy birthday, Val.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should have told you that when we had you on there, but we'll make a cool post and everything.
It is.
So yeah, this ended up being a great pod, man.
A real good casual one. Yeah. We got to talk and got to tease some things for the future. I'm really looking forward to like seeing our boy and all the other players, going to all these cool events now that disc golf season is underway and we can.
And now out of Texas. So I know for a lot of people it's started, but for like the Texas players, like this is like,
it's like a month.
They've played the Texas swing, before plenty of times, like when the tour comes through, but now they embark on their journey with their new floors, RV, and they're going to be gone for a little while. But they told me that they weren't able to make it for the Houston one for a bunch of different reasons. But they told me that they were going to make it up to me, and they were going to be coming after Jonesboro when they're back in Texas.
There you go. So if you're in the Houston area, that'll be your chance to come. They'll have them here at the shop. Be signing discs, hanging out.
Yeah, so be on the lookout. We'll be making new stands for Val. We were actually already in talks about what we're going to be doing for her in Discraft.
Awesome.
And then we're going to have a new stand with Alexis. And then I got a new Professor Smooth stand.
Oh, let's go.
For Mason and Mint Discs.
Very excited for that.
So we've already done one before, but this one's going to be a little better.
Sure.
It's the new run Professor Smooth. P Smooth.
That's what he's under my phone now too. Because when you sent the contact, it was under Professor Smooth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep him Professor Smooth on my phone.
Yeah, definitely.
That's so fun.
Definitely.
All right, so that's gonna wrap this up. Do good things on all of the Lucky Ace social stuff. That'll be in the show notes. And typically, this is where you'd pass it on to someone else. But do you want to tell someone or tell the audience what they should do? I guess.
Yeah. So this guy usually likes to end stuff on a good note, and because that's how he is. Our guy, he's out. He had some plans this evening, wasn't able to make it, so you will see him next week. But until you do see him, I know he would love to tell you, have a great day.
There it is. All right.